Okay, part C, we have the same scenario where we are given M is the midpoint of segment RS, so I have segment RS here. I know that M is the midpoint, therefore those two are congruent, so I can say that segment RM is congruent to segment MS. That also means that those two lengths are equal. It tells us that the length of segment RM is x plus 6, and the length of RS, which is the whole thing, is 5x plus 3. Once again, since I know that these two parts are equal, if this is being represented by x plus 6, then this too can be represented as x plus 6 because their lengths are equal. So part plus part is going to equal the whole. The length of segment RM plus the length of segment MS is going to equal to the whole length of segment RS. So I'm going to do a little substitution. This is x plus 6 plus x plus 6 is equal to 5x plus 3. Combining like terms, I get 2x plus 12 is equal to 5x plus 3. Continue solving, I get 9 is equal to 3x. Divide by 3 on both sides, x is equal to 3. I'm not done because it asks us to find the length of segment MS. So I'm going to plug that into here. 3 plus 6 is 9. So the length of segment MS, or SM, is 9 units long. Remember that those are the same thing. The length of segment MS is the same thing as the length of segment SM. It's the distance between those 2 points. Moving on, it says when you bisect a geometric figure, you divide it into two equal or congruent parts. Extremely important that you know what it means to bisect. And so at number 14 it says line segment WZ bisects segment XY at point Z. So if this segment WZ is bisecting segment XY at point Z, that means point Z is right there in the middle. And then I'm going to draw kind of W off to this side. And so that means that that is congruent. If this segment bisects segment XY at point Z, so this is where it's happening, that means that is the midpoint. If it bisects, then it's cutting it into two congruent parts. So it says, what are two conclusions you can draw from this information? Point Z is midpoint of segment XY, and you also know that segment XZ is congruent to segment ZY. You know those two things. It says math terms. It says a geometric figure that bisects another figure divides it into two equal or congruent parts. So again, very important you know what it means to bisect. Those geometric figures that are doing the bisecting, those are referred to as bisectors. Bisectors can be lines, segments, rays, points, planes, whatever they want to be. So we're most familiar with the midpoint. That's a geometric figure that bisects a segment, but you can also have a segment that bisects a segment. You could have a line that bisects, or you could have a ray that bisects, or you can actually even have a plane that, as long as it intersects at the midpoint, it would bisect that segment.